Kimetsu no Yaiba, Swordsmiths of the Must-Have Nichirin Blades. What are their backgrounds and secret stories? Swordsmiths are people who make Nichirin Blades, a must-have item for the Demon Slayer Corps to fight demons with. Nichirin Blades are the only effective weapon for demons. Without the Swordsmiths, the Demon Slayers cannot fight demons. They are very important to the Demon Slayer Corps, who just cast Nichirin Blades. Some Swordsmiths have appeared now, but there are still episodes that have not been revealed in the anime yet. So this time, I'd like to talk about the backgrounds and secret stories of the Swordsmiths who make the Nichirin Blades. I will thoroughly explain their secret stories, thoughts, and episodes that were not revealed in the anime yet. So watch the video till the end. Also, please be aware that there will be spoilers, so with that in mind, well then, let's go. Hataru Haganizuka. Hataru Haganizuka is the swordsmith in charge of Tanjiro's Nichirin Blade. He is also an acquaintance of Orokodaki, and his first appearance was when he came to his house with Tanjiro's Nichirin Blade. Hotaru-san is a 37-year-old with an extremely troublesome personality. He got that characteristic because at the age of 2, his parents became very neurotic and gave up on raising their children. And then he was brought up by the village chief, Takakawahara. As a direct disciple of the village chief, there is no doubt that he is an expert swordsmith. In fact, when he polishes swords, he polishes it all night for 3 days. However, his feelings for the swords he makes are weird. He's very affectionate and proud of the swords he makes. And when he's waiting for the color to change when the owner first holds it, he swings his arms and exults. But he also says to the Demon Slayer, "If you break your sword, I will kill you." One must not make fun of his affection. How crazy, right? The Nichirin Blade often gets broken in battles with demons, and Tanjiro's sword doesn't break unintentionally, so his actions towards the Demon Slayers aren't common. However, in the manga, Tanjiro breaks the Nichirin Blade 3 times. During the first time, he was crying with a knife. "How dare you break my sword!" he said with a determination to kill Tanjiro. The second time, he had a look we've seen before. He was so angry that he took 4 knives instead of 1. "What do you mean about losing your sword? It's worth dying for! It's worth dying for!" He cried and chased Tanjiro until dawn. The third time, Tanjiro was in a coma for 2 months. "I have no sword for you. I won't forgive 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 you. I'll curse you. I'm cursing you." These were the words that were addressed in a letter to Tanjiro. By the way, the swordsmiths actually wear masks, so their real faces cannot be seen. But when the 12 Kizuki attacked the village of swordsmiths, it was revealed that he was actually handsome. He was also considered one of the most handsome characters in the anime by the fans. What an interesting character. Next up is Kozo Kanamori. Kozo Kanamori is the swordsmith who makes Inosuke's Nichirin Blade. Unlike Hataru Haganizuka, he has a relatively calm personality. However, when Inosuke smashed his freshly made sword on stones, he angrily said, "I'll kill you, you little brat!" But I can understand why he got angry though. In the 14th volume of the manga, it was revealed that he is 26 years old and has a beautiful wife named En, who is 2 years younger. Also, his real face is slender. Next up after that is Kotetsu, a 10-year-old swordsmith apprentice Kotetsu. Kotetsu is from a family of entanglement engineers whose ancestors built and owned the Yoriichi Type 0, a combat entanglement doll. Yoriichi Type 0 is basically a doll that resembles a plain-clad swordsman wearing a hakama. It's a combat puppet with a part of the armor attached to its shoulder. Kotetsu is a very stubborn boy and uses sharp words. He is strong and stubborn, and once he becomes passionate about something, he can become tenacious about it. In a way, he is becoming kind of someone like Hataru Haganizuka. On the other hand, he is highly analytical and has an eye for seeing the good and bad. It is a useful characteristic not only for making swords and combat dolls, but also for swordsmiths of Demon Slayer Corps and for training Tanjiro. Kotetsu is furious and seems to have a grudge against Muichiro for destroying his doll's arm, and maybe that's why he's always training Tanjiro instead. By the way, his real face underneath the mask is almost the same as his face, and it is said that because it is too similar to his face, the mask is not necessary. Takakawahara. Takakawahara is the adoptive parent of Hataru Haganizuka, and is the chief of the swordsmith village. He is in charge of making the Nichirin Blades of Mitsuri-kan Roji and Shinobu Kocho. Underneath that mask is a slightly wrinkled face and 3 layers of eye bags, perhaps because of his age. Also, the top of his head is bald. He's the most skilled and knowledgeable person in the village of swordsmiths. He is also in charge of producing and handling the very special Nichirin Blades such as that of the pillars, Shinobu, and Mitsuri. Both Shinobu and Mitsuri have specially shaped Nichirin Blades. And so as expected, there is no doubt that he is the chief and his skills as a swordsmith are higher than other swordsmiths. He loves young girls, and it is thought that the fact that he is in charge of making the Nichirin blades for Shinobu Kocho and Mitsuri Kanroji reflects this. One day after being saved by Mitsuri during an attack by the village, he says, "I'm so happy to be hugged by a cute and young girl." Last but not the least is Tetsuido. Tetsuido is the swordsmith who made Muichiro's sword during his lifetime. He died of a serious heart disease, and he's already dead in the manga and appears only in the memory of Muichiro. He seems to be a character that is very caring and is concerned about Muichiro. Here's my summary. So today I have thoroughly explained the important characters for the Nichirin Blade casting Demon Slayers, the irreplaceable Swordsmiths. The demons may only get defeated by the Demon Slayers, but they cannot kill the demons without their Nichirin Blades. So, now that you think about it, you can't form the Demon Slayer Corps without the Swordsmiths. They're indispensable. Personally, I'm interested in Kotetsu. He's the youngest of them all, but he has so much talent. How about you guys? Which swordsmith are you the most interested in? Please let me know in the comment section down below. Thanks for making it until the end of the video. We will continue to showcase the charm of Kimetsu no Yaiba through ranking videos, commentaries, and the like, so please subscribe to the channel if you won't want to miss it. Now, without further ado, see you in the next video!